Okay, welcome back, guys, to the men's final, ECC 2012, Zoetermeer. With James from Sweden and there's Yoan from France. We are starting on the medium pattern on the left-hand side.
James has been using urethane all week on both, just different. One blue hammer, one natural. Same part of the lane. Flat, just
he's made it look
tearing
easy.
it up.
He's made it look easy.
He's made it look amazingly easy. But he's throwing the ball great too. It's not luck. He's performing at a very high level right now. Great start for both players. Got a question from Sean Rash, who the commentator is. Hey, Sean, it's Ron Hatfield. How you doing, buddy?
You don't know who the other one is. I'm a nobody.
And Barry Foley.
Yeah.
No,
Thanks.
You're the main guy. I'm just your assistant today.
No, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Yes,
Ron.
well, thank you
very
very
much. It's great to pick your brain and find out what's going on out there and try and help bowlers out there who want to improve their game and want to learn more about the game. And
I'm very honored to be here. Thanks for having me.
And the amazing thing about James, through the whole tournament, he's just been so relaxed and just he's had fun.
Oh yeah.
He's had, I haven't seen him, get stressed out, get annoyed.
Well, if you're bowling like that, would you be stressed out?
Is that the secret is to just stay relaxed before you do anything?
Yeah, because when you're relaxed, you do things better. When you get stressed out, stress causes a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
Inability to focus, your eye movement increases. All bad things. Stress is normal, but you have to learn how to manage it. Everyone's going to have stress. You can't eliminate it. But he's done a great job of relaxing and just taking things in stride and just having fun.
When you see bowlers, they get 6 or 7 in a row and they tend to might get a little bit hyper in the lanes. They tend to show their emotion, kind of shout and fist and go, yeah, and all. I mean, is that a good thing? Or do you need to control it?
You need to control it. When emotions are on a big roller coaster, whether it's good emotions or bad emotions, it's hard to stay focused every shot. And our sport is a repetitive motion sport. You have to stay focused. I think emotions are necessary because, again, we're humans, we're not robots. But in my experience working with players, I think sometimes when the emotions get too happy, that's actually more of a negative than when you get too upset. Because when you get angry, sometimes it makes you focus more.
Yeah.
You get fired up. But good emotions can make you complacent and lazy.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's a turkey for James. Yoan then is on a double. There we go. So we'll try and get them scores up every couple of frames so we can see what's going on.
I think with these two guys, we're going to see a lot of X's on the screen.
Yeah, I think so. Both of these guys love the X factor. Here, pin dropping here. Yoan leaves the bucket.
We have a question about who won the lady tournament. We want to congratulate Daria Kovalova from Ukraine again for winning the ladies division.
Yeah, it's fantastic for Ukraine. Incredible last 6 frames. We had us shocked.
Oh, it was exciting. It was exciting.
There's something I want to say to you. I mean, on this pattern all week, I know I found it difficult to use my strike ball for spares. And I looked at Yoan there, and you know, I said to myself, will he try and hook the ball into that or go straight at it? You know, is there a right and wrong here, or is it just
You know,
just luck?
There are no absolutes in our sport, but in general, when you're playing on these type of patterns, as a coach, I want to see my players take the lane out of play and just go hard and straight at your spares. Don't let the lane dictate whether you're going to make or miss it.
That's it.
Make it on your ability.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised he did that. I thought he would just go straight at it.
I've heard that a few times this week, you know, take the lane out of play, just straight at it. Okay, how many viewers do we have? We've got 994 views. That's fantastic. So we have
1,000. Yeah.
Just want to congratulate Marco for his live streaming here. The whole week's been absolutely fantastic. So it's a new record for Marco. Well done, Marco. Congratulations. We'd put the camera on you now, but we can't. Okay, so 4-bagger for James. Let's see if Yoan can. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, as much as James is striking, Yoan's going to have to find a way to get to the pocket.
Yeah.
Fill some strikes, too. It's going to be a long day for him, if not.
Yeah. So, I mean, during practice there, I know we weren't on live stream, but we seen Yoan throw the ball, you know, kind of out of his, completely out of his comfort zone. I mean, was he up to something there? Was he trying something different? I mean, was he?
You know, who knows? Who knows? They must have had a strategy they were trying to implement, but we're not sure what that was.
We might get to speak to them later.
Whatever it is, so far it's
not working. It's not working, exactly. Yeah.
Again, hooking at another spare, right? Yeah, there's no right or wrong. It's what the player's comfortable with, but just in general, it's
that sleeper, isn't it?
It's hard. You know, when you have patterns that you can't always predict the hook spot, and you know, these are the things that happen. He's chopped both of those spares. No guarantee he would make it going straight at it, but I like his chances better if he was going straight at it.
Exactly. I mean, he's used that ball, I suppose, all week for a spare. So, you know, I suppose you get it into your head. Why change?
You know, great bowlers, you pounce on things. Yeah, when you see an opening, you just jump on it. Yeah, that's what James is doing right now.
Okay, good to see the Foley gang back on. Hi guys. Hi Denise, Aaron, Sarah, Luke, Josh, Rebecca. Hope you're enjoying the live stream. I hope I'm better at the bowling than this, but I think some people said I was better at the commentating than the bowling, so maybe I'll stick to the commentating.
You're doing a great job here.
Thanks a minute. Anyway, we have over 1,000.
Do we?
Yeah, we've 1,005 viewers. So Sean was just congratulating us. So thanks, Sean. Good to have you on.
There it is.
There you go.
I found it.
He's never too far away. He always, he might have a frame or two, but he'll always come pouncing back with 3 or 4.
Too good of a player to ever get too far away.
I expect him to have, at least 3 or 4 in a row here. He's been doing that all day. If he's struggled, he's come back with 3, 4, 5 in a row. So
I would expect it as well.
Yeah.
They're telling you to stick to the commentating.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Thanks, guys. Thanks a million. I don't mind if I can make a career from it. Listen, happy days.
Nice bit of confidence there.
I know. I'm a little too serious today. Yeah, I know. I have to be a little serious today. It's we had our fun last night, but today is all about it's about people being crowned.
Players,
so you got to show the respect to players. So glad you enjoyed it. Apologies if we offended anybody. We certainly didn't mean to, but we just want to have a bit of fun.
James with the front 6.
That's a comfortable lead so far.
He's already had 1 300 this tournament.
Thanks, Sean. You haven't seen me bowl. If I was half as good as you, I'd tell you I'd be happy enough for that. I was enjoyed watching you at the Brunswick Open and the Talia Challenge. There we go, as we expected.
Yeah, he's not going to get too far away.
Yeah. So if anybody has any questions for Ron, I'm sure he'd be happy to answer them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what he's here for. So don't waste your opportunity, guys. Ask all the questions you can. See the replay of that there. See what he did different. To be honest, didn't look any different. It's obviously maybe threw the ball a little quicker.
Yeah, sometimes that urethane response to friction is
Yeah.
not as much as with a reactive ball. So you know, get a little fast, get a little left. Response to friction won't be as great.
Exactly. That's what you mean by taking the lane out play, go straight at it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's what he
you know,
Yoan should have done.
I think so. You'll see all the great players take the lane out of play.
Yeah.
You're not going to see, especially on conditions as challenging as this. You just can't do it. You leave too much to chance.
Especially, I suppose, back home in America, you see top bowlers like Sean Rashin playing on these sharp conditions, and you know they obviously we watch it from the online on the laptop, and the lanes look really, really quick, and you know you just see them. As I say, when they leave their spares, you just throw the spare ball right at it. Just take it. Don't take any chances.
No, there's no reason to. Great shot there.
Yeah.
You know, bowling's already tough enough. Spares are always going to be the most important part of the game.
Yeah.
And in any tournament, that's always going to be the deciding factor.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to let the lane condition control whether you're going to make or miss. Just throw it hard and straight, plastic, urethane, whatever you're comfortable with.
How do you adapt to when you go from centre to centre, and you might find the approach is a little shorter than your own centre, or like here the ball return is up further in the approach? You know, do you have to change much to adapt to that? I know I did, because my back legs swung and hit it a few times, so I found that very off-putting.
Yeah, it depends on your style, but you always have to be willing to try adaptations to get used to a different environment. We came here several days early, so we had plenty of time to make those adjustments, because Misha for Ukraine had to make a lot of those adjustments, and we had 4 days of practice prior to the event, so we could get used to the different things. The approaches here were quite slippery, so we had to adjust to that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, you have to learn at home. You know, be prepared for those things that you might not experience at home.
Yeah, well, that is very
know
important.
that it can happen anywhere in the world. You've got to have different options available.
Okay. Normal service resumed there for James.
Ron, repeat that about spares for all the kids to hear. Someone must agree with me and want the kids to hear it.
This is this is a day 01. This is a guy I follow back home, Dave English. He's from Ireland, and
well, just to repeat again, as a coach, I want to see my players be comfortable using preferably plastic or urethane if they can.
Have the pace.
If the urethane is not reading the lane, we just don't want a ball to read the lane on the spares. You want to have a spare system, basically, that you can use literally anywhere in the world on any pattern, and it looks the same.
That's
Take
it.
the lane out of play. Kids who are listening, always remember, if you don't know it now, you're going to learn soon enough. Spares are the most important part of the game, not strikes. And you need to develop a great spare system. And usually that means on these types of patterns where it's not easy, you've got to go straight at them. Just not let the lane control your spare lane.
Good. Well said. Take all that in, guys. You're welcome, Dave. Hope you're enjoying it.
No problem, Dave.
Dave has started coaching, and he's doing a fantastic job back home. He's taking the juniors away to the UIC next year. So
oh yeah, great.
Yeah, so it's
great. Good luck.
Yeah, he's an up-and-coming coach, so
that's great.
He's
Good
really
luck.
putting a lot of research in, a lot of he's done a lot of studying, and he knows. I have to say, I don't talk to Dave much, but he actually knows his stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And he's able to tell me a couple of things. So.
Well, we appreciate the question.
So that's it, Dave. Yeah, I mean, your opportunity now to ask Ron as many questions as you can. How good is this guy going to be?
How good is he already? What do you mean going to be?
Yeah.
He's 24, so he's still in our sport, young. You know, you see a lot of great players in our sport sometimes don't reach their peak until their mid-30s, late 30s, sometimes early 40s. He's 24. I think we're going to be saying his name a lot for a long time to come.
Yeah. That really says it all, guys. All weekend, he's just been absolutely a machine. He's
yeah, James on a 276 pace this game.
I mean, today, I think his first 4 games were over 1,000. So, I mean, he's playing 240 average all day here today.
I'd like to know how many 270-plus games he's had in this tournament.
I think he's lost count.
I certainly have. It's just routine for him here.
Yeah. It's just...
But he's just played that amazingly and made great choices. Again, using 2 different urethane balls on the patterns.
Yeah.
Playing a similar part of the lane and just making great execution.
Wow, a ball change.
Big ball and angle change there for Yoan, trying something different.
Yeah.
I'm sure at this point he has done the math, realizes he can't win. He's going to anticipate winning the second game. He's trying to find something for the third game. This is what you have to do.
This is what you have to do,
Once you know you're out of it, don't keep doing the same thing that obviously didn't work because you lost. You got to find something new, especially when your opponent is shooting 270.
And he's staying positive, so he's actually saying to himself, you know, I have a chance of getting this to 1-all. And then I get back into the third game, I might be able to create something inside. So he's staying positive, which is which you need. You know, you need to be involved.
You have to until the very end. You gotta keep working hard. You gotta keep trying new things if what you're doing not working, and that's what he's trying to do. I love what he's doing, whether it's right or wrong as far as the decision. He's thinking. He's trying
ahead,
to work out new things for the third game if he gets there.
Exactly.
Obviously, against James in this tournament, getting to a third game is quite a task, but he can do it, no question.
Okay, good 10.
You know, what a job Peter's doing as coach for this team. You know, he and Tomas kind of share these duties, and Peter's been doing an excellent job the last several years with the teams he's coached in international competitions. He's still a great player.
Yeah, to see him around Europe.
Still a great player. Yeah.
Also a lefty?
Also a lefty, so he's got to be enjoying this. You know, he didn't get that one, but that just reminded me one thing that I've seen a lot this week from James. It was fun to watch how many messengers, scouts that he was able to create with the urethane balls.
Yeah.
It was fun.
I mean, the good thing about a urethane ball is you can be aggressive, you know, with it, and you can't be too aggressive with a ball that snaps hard at the end, but you can really be aggressive with these, give it everything, you know, without being forcing it. You know, you still obviously need to be smooth, but you can see all the bowlers using aggressive, using the urethane balls. They're very, very aggressive.
Yeah, you know, and with these types of patterns, another thing that like kids at home need to understand and learn now is that as you start to play on more tournament patterns such as this, you have to look for a smoother ball reaction down lane. You don't want to see that strong flip. On most patterns, that's going to be very difficult to control, and a small mistake can go from a strike to a 5 count, just like that. In this case, with urethane, these guys are controlling the ball motion so well, you're not going to see that ball flip at the end. In fact, you see I've watched a lot of James' ball reactions this week. He's had a lot of shots where it's hooked in the mid lane and just basically backed off on the back end. That's a great ball reaction in this tournament, with this friction and this lane surface. And even for using reactive balls, you need to find stability, whether it's the drilling or the surface you're using. You've got to match that up to the pattern so that you can see a smoother ball reaction from start to finish. If you see a flip down lane, it may look pretty, but duplicating that is going to be very, difficult.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Your ball speed would have to be unbelievably consistent.
Your angle, your ball speed, your release,
everything.
You have to be what's perfect, and it's not realistic. You have to be able to build in some room for error.
Okay, so first game to James, I think comfortably. I think Yoan is just trying, just come inside a little, just to kind of get himself, in case he does win the next game in the short. He's obviously fancying his chances on the short. So if the third game comes back to the medium, he's just trying to create himself a shot.
Something, yeah.
A bit deeper.
You know, he's gone inside. He's trying to find some new things. Not necessarily working. I think he may have to go back out if he gets to a third game. But at least he's trying to find some different reactions that he can work with.
Okay, guys, just for Marco here, just on the Facebook, Dutch Space Bowling, Space TV. And then we have Twitter, it's at Dutch Bowling TV, all one word, and YouTube, Dutch Bowling. So just wanted to share the link, and help us get those them hits and views. So we're up to 1,065 viewers, so that's fantastic for Marco. He deserves it.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry, Facebook, Marco Landman with bowling pictures. So yeah, you can go on to Facebook and see all the pictures that were taken here the weekend, and so yeah, it's all there.
New life for Yoan now. We'll see if he seizes the opportunity.
Okay, so game 2 underway. Okay. I know it's not a good start, but it's I suppose if you're going to leave a split, it's the best frame to do it.
Yeah, very true. The unfortunate thing with his opponent, any mistakes in this game are going to hurt.
Yeah.
You know, James he's been mostly error-free this entire week.
I watched him yesterday, and it was like he was just. Obviously, he wasn't playing his normal 220s, 230s for the first few games, but it was like he was just practicing, and then he got himself going, and he still finished like 170 or 80 over or something.
Yeah.
It was
had to go for it.
Yeah, I think so.
You have to at this point. You can't back off on James. You have to go for it.
Every pin counts against this guy.
Let's see if he seizes this and jumps on it like he usually does.
What are these guys thinking about? I mean, are they thinking about their own games? Are they thinking about, do you think he'd be looking at that trophy going, oh man, what I do to get my hands on that, or,
I hope neither one of them are thinking that at this moment. I really do. You can't look at the end. You've got to take care of business, shot to shot. Stay in the moment, stay in the present. As soon as you start looking ahead, you don't execute the shots that you need to do to get there.
Yeah.
So you really have to. It's hard not to. It's hard not to watch the scores, but it's better just to focus on shot making. Let the scores add up and take care of themselves. Great attempt there.
Very lucky.
Goes right around the 7.
Yeah.
So we're even after 1. But yeah, it's bad to look at results. You have to really focus on the execution part. And both these players, they should be feeling a little nerves right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's normal. And question about playing that last spare from further left on the lane or any spares on. Again, great question. It's really a process of working, if you have time to work with each player on trying different systems, because there's no one system that's going to work for everybody.
Oh, that's very interesting, yeah.
You need to, tough start here. You have to really take the time and try spares from both sides of the lane, try different angles, different targets, maybe even different visual targets. Maybe you try the arrows, maybe you try down lane. I know a lot of great players. I work with Rhino Page on the PBA Tour. He looks at the pins on his spares. He actually keeps his eyes on the pins when you shoot the spares. And he's one of the best spare shooters out there on tour.
So it's whatever suits you as a bowler. But you need to find that yourself, though.
You have to find
it. You can't be coached that. You need to go, it suits me to...
You can be. I think it's helpful to go through that experimentation process with a coach. Now, you can do it on your own, but I think having that extra set of eyes is valuable. And you really need that feedback with a qualified coach. And if you do that and you can develop a spare system that is consistent, dependable, you're gonna win some stuff.
Good. Excellent. Well, there you go, Dave. Hope that answers your question.
Ray Teese has played today. He won a bronze medal.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Ray. Very nice bowling.
And because of that, we have a list of countries that are going to be qualify for
the interesting thing.
World Games.
I'm sorry, Barry. If I can just say, the interesting thing about this tournament, and that's why it was very special for me, is that this wasn't just the ECC. It was, but it was also something bigger. This was a qualifying tournament for the World Games next year in Colombia, South America, which is every 4 years like the Olympics, and it's basically the Olympics for non-Olympic sports. So this is a huge event. So go ahead, name the 8 countries.
We just wanted to. Yeah, well, just before we go there, actually, James's last shot was just astonishing. It's like 5-pin fell and stood back up. So I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's been reset at the moment. So I think you've seen it on your screens, guys.
You know, when things like that happen, you ask why. The great Fred Borden once said, and this explains it very well, it's round objects hitting round objects. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Well put. Well put. So, yeah, he's getting the 5-pin reset. So that's easy enough for James. I don't think he'll let that worry him.
No problem.
Easily done.
No problem.
Easily done. Yeah, okay, so the 8 countries that will qualify for Colombia, Sweden, Germany, Finland, Ukraine, Norway, Italy, France, and of course, thanks to Ray Teese, England. So well done, Ray.
Congratulations to all those countries.
Fantastic, yeah.
It'll be a wonderful event. We'll have 24 countries, 8 from each zone represented, and we'll have 24 countries in the World Games for bowling.
Brilliant.
So that's excellent.
Ireland didn't do too bad. We obviously missed out, but you know, we're not a bad nation.
No, not at all. Not
We've
at
got
all.
some good players.
Good players, good coaches.
You better believe it. Okay, guys, so you're asking about many games and stuff. So this is obviously the second game. Yoan will have to win this to go to a third game. It's best of 3. It's not pinfall, so
a much-needed strike for Yoan.
Well, Dave, if they pay for me to go over and do the commentary, I'll do the commentary, no problem.
I agree. I second that. I'll be coaching, but I would love to have Barry do the commentating. And hello to Talk 10 Pin.
Good to have Sean Rash viewing today. We have 1,074 viewers, so absolutely fantastic. So,
think we can get to 10,000?
I don't know.
Wow, look at that. I think we're going to have a closer game here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yoan's not going to go away easily. He's too good for that.
No, he's going to be thereabouts. I think this game will definitely be closer. I think so. I think the nerves will probably start kicking in a little. I think it's natural, and you know, sometimes as nervous as you are, you know.
You know, it's hard to simulate these types of situations. People always want to learn how to handle pressure better, how to handle stress better, and you know, experience.
That's all it is.
You really have to get out and just bowl tournaments and get yourself in these situations, because at home when you're practicing, how can you simulate this?
Well, you can't unless you're there.
You can't simulate. So the best advice is bowl as much as you can, as many tournaments as you can. Odds are you're going to lose more tournaments than you win. That's our sport.
Absolutely.
Walter A. Williams won more titles than any other player in history. He's won less than 5% of his tournaments.
Oh, dear God.
So
like he's over 50, 55?
Or he's 52 or 53 now.
You know,
and still fantastic player. But he wins a lot less than he loses, if you consider losing second place and then below.
Yeah.
But players have to get out and have experience. That's how you handle these situations better.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We had a bit of a conversation about Weber Cup. Maybe wondering why.
Oh man!
Wonder why Sean Rash wasn't picked for the Weber Cup, or maybe it's probably going to happen, or I think the teams go through phases and players come in and out. And
yeah, there's so many good players for Europe and so many good players for America. How do
you pick them up?
Yeah, you can't lose. You pick your four. You got good teams on both sides.
Oh, absolutely. There's no there's no good or bad. No matter who drops out and who comes in. I think Paul Moore dropped out this year and Stewart came in. I mean, how can you say Stewart is not? He's one of the PBA.
No, I don't mean any offense by this, but I was teasing with Ray earlier in the week that the Weber Cup was payback for the Ryder Cup.
Well, I'd rather win the Ryder Cup. I feel better with that.
You know what?
No,
I'm a golf fan, and I watched that, and I tell you what, Europe was unbelievable on that last day. Yeah. Just unbelievable.
Incredible mentality, wasn't it?
It was an amazing performance. Yeah. It really was.
And it was throughout the whole team,
Yeah, they deserved it.
So, Barry, do you think Irish bowlers need to play more European events? Yes, of course. Absolutely.
No question.
I'm probably the best bowler at home at the moment. There's probably 2 or 3 of us or 4 of us that, always, are always thereabouts in tournaments. But for me this year, I've had the opportunity to play a few events, and I tell you, I've struggled. I'm back home at 220 average, but in Europe I'm nowhere near it. So, as Ron will tell you, the only way you overcome that is to keep playing, keep practicing, and obviously get the conditions down at home and get the short conditions down, and you got to keep at it.
Yoan's going to have a major comeback here. He's only got 45 through 4 frames with 3 opens, and
exactly.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to go all the way out and see what James can do.
Okay, Sean's asked what happened to Paul Stott. Well, basically, for this tournament, myself and Paul played our national championships, and Paul shot 228 average, but I shot a 228.1 average.
Wow.
And pipped them by 21 pins. So
that's why
I'm here. I'm
one
of our years.
Paul's still a great player
Paul
too.
is brilliant. Yeah. Paul. The thing with Paul is Paul practices every day. He works in the pro shop. I think he does a bit of taxiing. So, he's his own boss. He does his own thing, and he comes in and out and practices. Where I've got to go to work. I've got a family. I've got 5 kids. Yeah. You have all those pressures. And, I still do my 2 leagues a week and do my bit of practicing. But if I could practice like Paul Stott, that's what I would love that opportunity. But I just can't. I can't do it.
Life happens.
Yeah. But Paul will be back. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, sure.
Paul's not here next year. He'll be here the year after. So Paul's our future, Okay, guys, so score is a little lower in this game. Look at that.
James still with the lead.
Yeah.
Yoan desperately needs a double right now. He's down halfway through. He's on a strike now. He really needs this one. Good.
Good shot.
Good all the way. Talk 10 Pin wants to know who's commentating with Barry.
Oh, I doubt you wouldn't know him. He's just one of the finest coaches on the planet.
Oh, thanks, Barry.
He's just brought Ukraine from unbelievable things. But it's Ron Hatfield, everybody. I'm sure if you Google, you might might be able to read a couple of things on you. Ron, you might tell us, kind of what you've done over the last. Where you started. You obviously started with the American teams, and
yeah, I was very lucky. I think in any career you have to have people who you look up to, people who give you a chance, give you an opportunity, and I was very fortunate to have 2 of the best coaches ever, Fred Borden and Jerry Edwards, believe in me and give me an opportunity. And Jerry brought me on her coaching staff for Junior Team USA for 2 years, which Sean Rash was on along with Rhino Page, and I learned so much, and I still am learning so much from Fred and Jerry, and I have been fortunate to just have some opportunities around the world, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. I've got the best job in the world, I think.
We're jealous. Okay, guys, just a quick look at the scores there. Yoan on a double, 75, and James just struggling a little in this game on 96. Foley gang. Okay, Sarah. Okay. That's my daughter, Sarah. Thanks, sweetheart. I know you're just joking.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
Ron.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Sarah gives me an awful time. I wonder where she gets it from. I can't give out for her.
Oh, my gosh.
That is so unlucky after a double.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, Sean, they will hold you to that. You will have to coach the Foley gang someday. Whoa.
Hate to see that in any championship game.
It happens, though. You know,
It does.
it might just happen once, but there's no time. They come at the wrong time every time, so he just needs to take one here, shake it off, and, make sure he comes back with a strike.
I'm glad you said that, because that's something that bowlers need to remember, especially the young bowlers who are going to start bowling more tournaments, is that, you leave a split, and when it's a split like this, where the percentages of making it are highly astronomical, you're on a strike. One pin means two.
Yeah.
Get the count. Don't try to be a hero and go for the spare. When you're in a match like this, every pin matters.
Yeah.
There are times when you can go for things, but most often with these big splits, if you get the 6, 7, 10, or the big 4, get what you can.
Get the two, yeah.
Get two, especially if you're on a strike.
Well, if you look at the first frame where he went for it and didn't take one,
Yeah.
now, as close as this may be,
Absolutely.
that if you just took one there,
It could make a difference.
it could make a difference. So, yeah, no matter what, if you always leave two, always make sure of one.
I mean,
That's one thing I've always learned as a kid.
You're absolutely
Take
right,
one.
Barry. You're absolutely right. And I applaud him for trying that,
Yeah.
because of the first frame, not as much damage in the first frame, but that one pin, let's hope it doesn't come back to
Exactly.
haunt him.
Okay. So let's see.
Looks like Sarah's throwing down a challenge to her brothers.
Yeah, she beat her brother in a tournament 2 weeks ago, and her brother's she had like a 140 average, and Aaron wasn't too far behind. But yeah, she's as I said, don't worry, Aaron, you'll have your day, son. Don't worry.
Well, thank you, Pat, for being on the stream. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Pat's been with us all day yesterday and today. So Pat's from Germany.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's
Thanks for being here. Nice shot.
There you go. So, as we were saying, come back at 10. So great mentality there. Just kept cool, and
I can pretty much assure you, you're not going to ever see any of these players give up.
No.
I know you wouldn't.
no chance.
I know, Barry, you would fight till the end just like all these players
You
will.
better believe it. You better believe it. Okay. So we've got 1,110 viewers. So absolutely amazing, guys.
Wow. That's fantastic.
You're all very, very welcome. We hope we're doing a good job for you. We know the bowling has been unbelievable all week. But I'm sure you can imagine how nerve-wracking it gets. I think the scores in the second game kind of shows that. These guys are fighting for their countries to win that wonderful trophy.
I think anybody that was watching the women's final, that last
Oh.
couple of frames, I think if you weren't nervous or you weren't excited, you better check for a pulse.
We were shocked. 'Cause
That
I mean,
was-
I think after 6 frames, we honestly thought it was over.
It didn't look good. I mean, we kind of speculated that it was over, and you know what?
Yeah.
Hey, I think we weren't the only ones.
But isn't that what makes bowling exciting? I mean, isn't that what we want to see?
Absolutely.
Somebody just
Absolutely.
pull it out of the bag in the last couple of frames.
And that's the kind of things that helps our sport in the long run.
Yeah.
Is when it's exciting enough to watch like that, that's what the Olympics and other organizers want to see. So we need that kind of excitement, and we need people getting loud.
Exactly.
We need the.
We've seen the enthusiasm
That's
from
right.
from Daria's dad, and to have her mom and dad there, they must be so proud.
Oh, I can guarantee it.
Oh, it must be an
Absolutely.
amazing feeling.
I am.
Yeah.
I mean,
But they put so much trust, and they want the best for their daughter, and
Absolutely.
she's out there and she's making them proud, and she's they're getting the rewards, and as much as they'll follow her around the world, they're getting something back.
Yoan's on a 191 pace.
191 pace. to a 160, 196 pace, I think.
Was it
James can go off the sheet for 196.
We got someone checking the score for us, giving us what a possible is.
Yeah. A little bit of Milano Marcelli and Yoan, yeah.
That's all
I'm sure he'd be,
yeah.
Okay, brings the 7 pin in. Yeah, he didn't like it. As soon as he let it go. Yet still hit the pocket.
Yeah, but he probably knew that 7 pin was going to be there the whole time.
Yeah. Okay, so I think Yoan needs a strike maybe to make sure of this game. Be right there. No. Okay, so 195 off the sheet for James.
Yeah. 191 for Yoan. Yeah, he's got to get it and put the pressure on James. Good shot. Nice shot.
Perfect time.
You can see how that ball was reading the mid lane early and just smoothed out. That's the type of reaction that you really want to see. You've got to see kind of the ball reading that mid lane, not conserving too much energy, because if it does, it's going to make that sharp angle change at the back, and that's where it's hard to control. That ball read the mid lane nicely and then smoothed out the end. It was anything that was going to be dangerous at the pocket. Very nice.
And it's great to see, ballers using a urethane ball, and for years we all thought the reactive balls were the balls that were going to be the future, and now we're playing tournaments where we need, less is more.
Yeah. Sometimes that old technology is still good.
Might have a 3-dot classic somewhere at home of you.
Can you do it again?
Looks good.
Oh. Nice. All right. He needs count here. If he gets some good count, then he's going to force James to double.
A couple of our listeners think James is going to win it, but, I don't know. I hope it goes to a sudden.
From a spectator point of view, it's more fun that way, sure.
I hope it does.
I'm sure James doesn't share our enthusiasm.
No, he doesn't. He wants to get out of there real quick. Okay, we've got 1,151 viewers, so guys, keep it going. Spread the word, please. This is fantastic. I hope Sean Rash is enjoying this. Have you worked with Sean at all, or?
Well, Sean was on the junior Team USA when I was one of the coaches. So we had a short period of time where we worked some training camps and tournaments together. He's come a long way.
You could see it back then. He was going to be.
Oh, that's a nice count there.
Good count, yeah.
Sean, if you're still with us, please give your parents my regards. His parents are fantastic. Very nice people. Live in Alaska. Wonderful, wonderful people, yeah.
That's good stuff. Much are these guys on the road? Are they on the road every week?
Okay, we have 189 for Yoan. Excuse me, Barry.
Yeah, it's okay.
And again, possible 195 for James. He's got to have the first two. First two in good count. He is the champion.
One in.
No question. No question. What was your question about?
Yeah, I was just saying about these the likes of Sean Rash. I mean, are these guys on the road every week by week, or do they get to go home much over Thanksgiving?
Probably not as much as they'd like to.
Yeah.
They're on the road a lot. I'm sure they make time for holidays and for family, but with bowling the way it is, even with coaching, I don't see my own bed very much. It's hotel after hotel and country after country, and these guys, they love what they're doing. because they sacrifice a lot to be away from family that much.
Yeah.
Here it is. This is the shot.
That says it all, folks.
Well, as long as he pretty much keeps it on the lane, you're looking at our champion right there.
I think that says it all. That's about the only reaction we've had from James the whole week.
I wasn't sure that was him. Was that James?
I think it was, yeah.
I
think it was. I think
that
it
was very out of character, wasn't it?
I thought it was me. That's something I do.
7 to win. Or, I'm sorry, 6 to win. 5 to win. Jeez, I can't do math. 5 to
It's gone
5
down.
to win. That's done. That's it. It's done.
There's your champion, ladies and gentlemen.
Very nice.
There's your champion.
Congratulations to James Gruffman.
Yeah. Congratulations, Sweden.
Nice.
I think he's allowed to do that. I think he's allowed. Absolutely amazing. I think Peter's saying, get over here and shake hands.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good coach.
Also
Good
in the
coach.
men's division, we have a new champion of the European Champions Cup 2012.
Well, they both had great tournaments, as well as James bowled the entire tournament. I think it's kind of fitting that he capped it off with a victory. He's been great from start to finish. But congratulations to France for a great performance.
Absolutely.
They're going to be in the World Games next year, so
yep,
that's another great achievement.
Yep, fantastic.
I will ask you all to stay seated for just another 5 to 10 minutes, and we will have the medal ceremony.
Okay, Sean is gone, so see you, Sean. Thanks very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Everyone's saying bye to Sean. Thanks, viewers.
Thanks, everybody. I appreciate being on here, and hope everybody enjoyed it.
Ron, thanks very much. It's a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.